Hey guys, what's up? Back. All right, so we're on to step 5, and this is determining your target markets. Woohoo! He's a real boy. That's what I feel like when I do that. Probably sound like that to you guys too. Maybe not. Maybe I don't sound like it at all. Hmm. All right, so determine your target markets. Now, okay, so determine your target markets. Here are a few kind of high level tips and ideas. Okay. One thing is to get really clear. A common mistake I see a lot of businesses have seen a lot of businesses make in working with uh, about 300 companies to develop these strategies is that most of them, or a lot of them rather, think that the whole world is their target market. They think, well, I'm just Walmart or Amazon, and I know I've only got $100 a month to spend on marketing, but I'm just targeting everyone. And that's BS. Okay. You want to be very targeted. You want to be as targeted as you can be and still be able to make the kind of money that you want to make. So that's how clear you need to be with this thing. So get rid of this idea that the world is your target market unless you have a worldwide kind of budget. Just have that be gone. Okay. The other thing, you want to get really focused. Okay. So be clear, be very focused on your geography and who you're targeting, and know who they are, their traits of the company, so on and so forth. And then you want to get real. So, get down into the minutia of it. Get down into what that person is like, what the way that they think, their traits, all that stuff. Okay. So enough said about that. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to cover all these different areas for target markets. And the first thing we're going to talk about is target companies. Okay. So, two things to consider. Are you B2B or B2C? And maybe you're both. Okay. But for each unique target market, you need to come up with these target profiles for each unique one. So, for B2B target markets, you're identifying or you're giving detail at two different levels. One is at the company level, which is what we've done right here that you see on the screen. So that's at the company level. So you want to understand the companies that you're going after, and fill out as much of this information as you can. And this is again pretty basic, but you can add in employee, number of employees, revenue, whatever is going to be relevant to you. And again, I've got some more examples in the slides that you have. The template has more in this. I pulled out stuff I just feel is relevant to me, highly relevant. And then the next level that you're gonna target at or define, we got pizza cooking. Never, never a dull moment here. Let's let's take a break and do a little dance. Hey, you want to dance with me, babe? She's like, hell no, I don't want to dance. No, they're gonna dance on camera. No, she's sweeter than that. She's nicer than I am. She's so sweet and gorgeous. Starry-eyed. Sorry. All right, back to this strategy. I'm back on course here with the course. Okay, so the next level that you're going to define at, if you're B2B, is on the buyer persona level. Decision maker, different people call it different things. So within this, you're going to define demographics, and which is like, basically the data and facts around the person who's the buyer, who's the decision maker. So you're going to define demographics, and then you're also going to define psychographics, which is the psychology of it. So for demographics here, we've got all this information here. Again, some of it may be relevant, some of it may not, but the clearer picture that you paint of who you're targeting, the better. So in this case, I'm going to use lead generation partners for who I'm targeting to help push out to my target clients. So I include them as a separate target, and I'm gonna utilize a VA from the Philippines, and I've got a friend who actually teaches a course in this, and I'll be sending some information on that to you as well. If you opted in to get additional tools and services. But this is basically going to be who I'm focused on. If they're Christian, Hindu, Muslim, it doesn't matter to me. I'm just looking for a really qualified person. But I think, the Philippines is predominantly Christian. So I just put that in there because it's probably going to be, part of who they are and what makes them up. So we have this all here. So make sure to just include as much relevant information in here as you can. Things like titles. I just want to touch on this for a minute. Now, titles vary from organization to organization. Some people call it this, and some people call it tomato, and blah blah blah. So, I would just have a couple of general ones, and then whoever ultimately you're looking for the person who can do the work that you need to do, or in this case, but in your case, you're going to look for the person who fits your target parameters as closely as you define them. The next thing, so this is more. This is psychographics. So I talked about that just a second ago. Psychographics like behavioral stuff, mindset, values, attitudes, that kind of thing. And I gave you more details, more psychographic stuff. This is what I feel like is very relevant to me with this particular target market. So I defined this one target market. I've actually got a couple of them at this point, but I just wanted to go through this one to kind of show you, what you need to define, and just the level of detail that you need to get into. And the slide presentation has more of this data as does your template that you downloaded if you downloaded mine. So be sure to complete this as much as possible. Fill out one of these for each unique target market. And one more point before we go. So I talked about B2B. So B2B, you define at the company level, and you define at the buyer level or decision maker level. For B2C, you're just dealing with end customers, with consumers. So you don't have a company that you're defining. You're just defining Joe homeowner, or whatever. So those are kind of the two ways to distinguish that. B2B, you define it at the target company level, and at the buyer within the company. B2C, you just define on the buyer level or the person. Anyway, I just wanted to make that clear. And we have completed step number 5. We're halfway, we're halfway through. All right. And that wraps it up. Thank you all for joining me so much. And we're going to move on to step number 6 here in just a little bit. Make sure to watch it so you can keep moving on. All right. I'm out of here. That's my gangsta. Oh, yeah, I'm out of here. I'm terrible. My daughter would make fun of me so bad if she saw this. But anyway, I know you guys won't because you're nicer than that. But I'm out of here, and I will see you on the other side. Peace.